students, welcome to Rec TV. This is Kalyan and I am the faculty of Mathematics and Physics. So in this video also we are going to discuss one more problem on trigonometric identities. Let us read out the problem and let us see how to do it. See here, if tan A equal to n tan B and sin A equal to m sin B, then prove that cos square A equal to m square minus 1 by n square minus 1. So we need to prove that. First of all, we need to observe that what are the given conditions and what we are asked to prove. Okay, what are the given conditions over here? Tan A equal to n tan B, first given condition. Second given condition is sin A equal to m sin B, and we need to prove that cos square A is equal to m square minus 1 by n square minus 1. Actually, this problem is a bit tricky. In a regular way we can't do it. So we need to think somehow different. Actually, what is our target? We need to focus on that. We need to represent cos square A in terms of m and n. Is that right or not? We need to show what here? I am writing here. See, cos square A should be represented as m square minus 1 by n square minus 1. So in terms of m and n, this cos square A should be represented. That is our target now. And before starting of this problem, I want to recall the identity, that is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. This is a standard identity, okay, from our previous session. Okay, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. We need to use this. That means if you want to use this identity with these two conditions, how to use it? That means we must have cosecant term and we must have cot term also. Let us see that how to obtain it. Take the first condition. Condition number 1, tan A, I am writing here solution, okay. Okay, tan A equal to what? N tan B. For my convenience, doing some rearrangement by doing the cross multiplication. What do we do here? Tell me. See, something like I want to take this tan B to this side and tan A to this side. Means this will come under denominator here and this will come under denominator here. So what happens? Tell me. This tan A comes to this side, then n by tan A will come or not? N by tan A equal to what? Here 1 will be left. When tan A we took to this side, here 1 is left over. So 1 by this tan B came to this side, so therefore tan B. We shifted like this. We shifted tan B to this side, so 1 by tan B. We shifted this tan A to this side. This is n already existing, n by tan A. Right? Now tell me, what about 1 by tan B? 1 by tan theta can be written as what? Cot theta or not? Exactly, because tan theta and cot theta are reciprocals of each other. So here we can write this 1 by tan B as what? Cot B. Yes. Cot B equal to what? N by tan A. Okay. This is one of the condition. Let us keep this. Okay. We obtained cot B. Now let us see, if we obtained cot B, let us observe that can we get cosecant B from this or not? Exactly. To adjust in form of identity, cosecant square B minus cot square B equal to 1. Understood? So let us see what happens. Sin A equal to m sin B. Sin A equal to m sin B. Okay, this is B, right? Okay, m sin B. Again we are doing the same cross multiplication for our adjustment to get a cosecant B. If you want to obtain, see already cot B is obtained. If you want to get cosecant B, you need to get 1 by sin B. How do you get 1 by sin B? You need to get sin B in the denominator. Then better do LCM. Better do cross multiplication. So bring this sin B to this side and sin A to this side. Okay, when sin A is brought to this side, sent to this side, 1 will be left over. Okay, 1 by sin B came to this side, in denominator part we can write sin B. Okay, now m is there in the numerator part, on RHS. Now sin A is sent to this side, so therefore this is sin A. Okay. Now we obtained like this. Again 1 by sin B is obtained here or not? We can write it as cosecant B, because sin B and cosecant B are reciprocals of each other. Okay. So therefore 1 by sin B can be written as cosecant B here, equal to m by sin A. Okay. Now this is another condition. Now I already have recalled the identity cosecant square B minus cot square B equal to 1, means cosecant square theta minus cos square theta equal to 1. So here we have the value of cosecant B in terms of m by sin A and cot B in terms of n by tan A. Can we substitute that in that or not? Okay, let us write down the identity here. Cosecant square B minus cot square B equal to 1. We know that. Now put the value of cosecant square B in terms of n by tan A. Sorry, m by sin A. So cosecant square B means cosecant B is m by sin A. Cosecant square means it should be squared. Understood? Value of cosecant B we will put down there. M by sin A. Since square is here, we have to square it. Minus cot B. Here cot B value would be n by tan A. Put here n by tan A. Now since there is a square for this, we need to square it also, equal to 1. So we are using cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1 to solve this and to get the required condition, right? So just see here. Now apply the squares for a by b whole power m means a power m by b power m. So m square by sin A whole square means sin square A minus here n square by tan A whole square means tan square A equal to 1. Tan square A equal to 1. For my convenience again I want to convert this tan A into sin and cos terms. So how do you convert? Tan square A can be written as sin square A by cos square A. Okay. So just write it down. Don't touch this, write it as it is, m square by sin square A minus n square by, I am converting this into sin square and cos square terms. So tan square A can be written as sin square A by cos square A and equal to 1. As this fraction is written in the denominator part, it get inverts. Okay, then what happens here? N square by sin square A minus this cos square A goes up. Okay, n square into cos square A by sin square A is left over, equal to 1. Okay, this equal to 1. And now since these two are like fractions, why like fractions? Because here two denominators are same, so we don't need to take separately LCM. We can write denominator as it is, sin square A, which is sin square A here, and now we can operate the numerators as it is. Here m square, here minus symbol is there, put minus n cos square A equal to what? 1. Now to solve the equation further, send this sin square A to that side. M square minus n square, okay, sorry, n square. Okay, n square cos square A equal to sin square A into 1 would be sin square A. Okay. Now again for our convenience, see here in this condition, if you want to prove this condition, no term should be left in sin or other trigonometric ratio, except cos ratio. So convert every term of this equation should be converted into cos. So if you want to convert this into cos, again make use of sin square A plus cos square A equal to what? 1. This is a standard trigonometric identity again. So if you want to convert this into cos square, then send this cos square to another side. So sin square A can be represented as 1 minus cos square A, because plus becomes minus over there. So here sin square A can be replaced by what? 1 minus cos square A or not? Exactly. So we can put it here m square minus n square cos square a equal to, now tell me, sin square a can be rewritten as what? 1 minus cos square a. So, put here in place of sin square a 1 minus cos square a. Just see again bring all the cos square terms to one side and bring another constant terms to one side. So, here minus n square cos square a, no, here if you bring this to this side, minus n square cos square a becomes plus n square cos square a, and here if you bring this 1 to this side, 1 becomes minus 1. So, just replace, we are bringing this to this side and 1 to this side. Now, just see here m square plus 1 becomes minus 1 on this side. Now, here minus n square cos square a changes to plus, okay. So, therefore, n square cos square a minus already cos square a is existing over there, minus cos square a. We haven't done anything, just we replaced two values from here to there, okay. They are changed their positions. So, here minus n square cos square a is sent to that side. So, therefore, it becomes plus sin square n square cos square a. This plus 1 becomes minus 1 on bringing this side. We didn't change minus cos square a position, we left it as it is, and here m square is left as it is, okay. Now, just see in the next step, better you write this on the RHS part, LHS part, n square cos square a minus cos square a equal to m square minus 1. M square minus 1. Just tell me, here these are the two terms, among these two terms, in these two terms, cos square a is common or not? Exactly, cos square a is a common factor. So, cos square a taking common, what is left over here? N square, here nothing is there, so here any 1 is left. So, therefore, m square minus 1. Now we need to find out value of cos square a. So, then please send this to another side. So, cos square a equal to, if you want to send this to another side, this is multiplying here, on going that side it will divide, means it comes under denominator. So, m square minus 1 by here n square minus 1. I think we obtained our required condition, which we need to do here, okay. So, this is our needed condition, cos square a equal to m square minus 1 by n square minus 1. So, for doing this problem, you don't need to do hard work, you need to do smart work, means you need to think, okay, you need to focus and you need to think smart, that how to obtain the given result. If you want to obtain the given result, then you need to catch hold of any one of the trigonometric identity. Here we are taking cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. We are taking the advantage of this identity here, and we have converted into cot b and cosecant b for with the given conditions. Understood? We used these two conditions and we obtained values of cosecant b and cot b, and we took the advantage of this one, and so therefore we obtained the required condition now. So, here if you think smart, you can do very fast. So, as I am explaining to you all, I am going very slow. If you are aware of these all, you can go very fast, okay, very fastly you can do the adjustments. Understood? So, I hope you would have understood this, and let us move on to one more problem to understand this for our practice, okay.
Please subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon for the more updates. Please subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon for the more updates.